All right. Good morning, Rock Sliders. My name is Doug Rosen. I am part of the rockslide.com pro staff. This morning I am going to go over a quick review of the new Kifaru frame and suspension and compare and contrast it to the older duplex frame and suspension. I'll go over the similarities, the differences, show you some close-ups of the items that might be of most interest to people. I was fortunate to get my frame suspension about mid-February from Aaron, and I have been testing it ever since on day trips, long haul trips, and then just with heavy weight to see if it performs every bit as well as the duplex, which I've always believed was the king of the hill for heavy load hauling capabilities. So we'll get started right in with this. So I'll first start talking about the hip belt. The hip belt is for the most part nearly the exact same. It is contoured, meaning it has a little bit more pre-made curvature in it to form to the shape of a hip, and it just keeps the hip belt from sliding down. You probably won't be able to see it on a video, but at the end I'll take the camera off and show everything in very small detail. The next we'll talk about the lumbar pad, and I'll just show it right next to the duplex one. The first thing you're going to notice is the non-slip material covers the entire lumbar pad versus the duplex one just has it on the lower region. I've never personally had much trouble with these slipping, but I have noticed that there's even less of it with the new version and the amount of contact you have with this lumbar pad versus the old lumbar pad, the skid material. This lumbar pad, and I've got some notes here, I'm going to make sure I don't screw things up for Aaron, is a little bit different thickness, and you can change it also. So if you want it thicker, you can add more foam, or if you want it less, you can remove foam. And when we turn around and look at the back of it, I'll show you how much easier it is to manipulate the lumbar pads and work on them compared to the duplex version of it. We'll go to the shoulder pads next. The shoulder pads in the new version are used with a little bit thicker and a little bit denser foam. And they've removed, if you feel your duplex, you're going to feel like a little plastic sheath or spatula inside there that keeps the curvature of the foam. These are 100% foam inside here. They're a little bit denser foam, and I've certainly noticed when carrying the heavy loads, you can tell the comfort's a little bit better. And when I say better, I always thought that the duplex was the best of the best anyway. So it is thicker, it is a little bit more comfortable, but I'm not saying that the duplex isn't comfortable. It's just, this is a little bit better under the heavy loads. And when I say comfortable, I really mean bearable, because 100 pounds and more, they all suck. It's just which one sucks the least, because 100 pounds is 100 pounds and it's a lot of work. We'll go into the load lifter adjustability here. So this has got a split lock on it, and Aaron's going to kill me because I don't know all the names of all these little clips, but it's a split clip that attaches relatively quickly, and I'm going to move over to the camera so you can see this adjustability to the new load lifters. So these load lifters, you have 4 attachment points where you can attach and change the angle of your load lifter from the very bottom to the very top. So what'll happen is when you change stays out, you could change your load lifter and essentially keep the same angle from your shoulder to the top of your pack the same. So whatever you deem is the most comfortable for you would then work for you. So pretty cool feature that I don't know of many other packs that have adjustable load lifter angles for you. So pretty cool in that sense. We'll talk about the back of the pack, because essentially that hasn't changed from the duplex to the new version. You still have 4 attachment points for slotted female buckles, so that you can arrange whatever pack you're running, or if you're going to run this one set up to run the Mountain Rambler with the grab it on it, so all these buckles are being used. And this one's just set up to run my Timberline. So same attachment points in the middle for the Mountain Rambler. This is where your meat shelf's going to attach. You can see here at the bottom the waist belt attachment on the Timberline, or I'm sorry, on the duplex. It's sewed in and it's a flap that comes up from the bottom. On the new version, it's a Velcro attachment. That opens up, gives you access to your waist belt a little bit quicker, a little bit easier. And we'll take it apart here in a minute and show you the adjustability of the shoulder straps and so forth. Let's see, let's talk about the, let me get this pack back up here, because if I scratch this table, like everybody that says that they're not in charge of their household, my wife will kill me. We'll talk about the difference on the interior padding that's going to be up against your back. So on the new frame suspension, it's got a few more contours, and they're sewn in contours, kind of a ribbed feeling, and it's got the same vented slot in the back as the duplex did. The main difference that you'll find is when you're adjusting the old shoulder straps, or when you're adjusting the duplex, to get to the shoulder straps, you got to undo the waist belt. They're 3-bar sliders. They're quite a substantial work to get those things adjusted. So adjusting them on the fly is not that easy. These ones simply break open. The padding is Velcroed open, and then your shoulder straps are set inside 2 little sleeves. And let me open up this hip belt for you. So the hip belt, the part I showed you on the back side that just Velcros, or the lumbar pad, just pulls up, and your hip belt would then literally just slide off the bottom. And that's obviously where your stays are attached, down here. So not that much difference. The difference is in adjusting these shoulder straps, you can just push them down, pull them up, and then whatever setting you decide to use them on, you just cinch them up down at the bottom. So the versatility of, if you and a buddy went hunting, he wanted to try your pack for a day or two, you could essentially set this up rather quickly for him and trade packs and move on. So I think this is probably one of the nicest features of the new packs that, since it's been out, for me, is I do have people that want to try a Kifaru pack and frame. Unfortunately, I'm on the West Coast, and for whatever reason, Kifaru is not big out here. Some people don't even have never heard of them. So when they have a chance to go out and hunt or hike with me, and they get to use this, and then obviously the pack itself, I don't have to do much talking about it once they get it on there and feel the weight of it. So that one feature of adjustability in the shoulder straps is really unique and really nice for us for quick and easy adjustments. It also helps when you're initially setting your pack. If you want to go out and do a 5-mile hike and try it one way, and then change your shoulder straps, try it another way, and then lengthen them again, try it another way until you get that perfect custom fit. It's pretty slick in that fashion. So let's see here. Let's get this thing put back together real quick. So your stays, we didn't talk much about the stays, but the stays pretty much go in the same way. Once you get your shoulder straps adjusted, there's a little sleeve down here, just like you would have in every other Kifaru. Unvelcro that out, your stays run right up the center again. So this one, this particular frame suspension is a prototype. So the final production doesn't have some of this stuff on it, and I don't know the differences, but essentially this is the same. It's just it wasn't a final prototype to where maybe these buckles could have been an inch or two higher or lower, or something could have been changed slightly, but overall it's for the most part essentially what you're going to get when you purchase a new frame and suspension. Let me see what else. Got some notes back here. We talked about weight wise. This one obviously isn't, because it's a prototype and it's a little heavier than others, but the final version of the hunting pack here will be 3 pounds 5 ounces, 26, 24, and 22-inch stays. There will be an ultralight version, which the stays are removed and you can run 200 spine arrows. That's going to be 2 pounds 13 ounces, and I have never had my hands on the ultralight version, so I don't know really anything about it other than essentially for the hunting version, the 22, 24, 26 is essentially the same pack, just got different stays in it. The ultralight version I have no personal knowledge of. There is a tactical version of this, and my understanding is the biggest difference is the frame sheet's substantially beefier in the sense of carrying armor and so forth. Everything else kind of works just like the duplex timberline, or the duplex frame. I've always had the duplex timberline, so that's what I know about. You can see here differences in the lumbar pad. Essentially, I think that is it for what I needed to cover. If you have questions, you can call me, 916-607-1211, and I will try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. And I'm not a technical expert like Aaron with all the jargon and exact wording, but I know real world fit and what it did for me, so I can obviously explain that to you. There is the thread from Aaron's podcast that's got a lot of questions and answers on it. I'm assuming you can still post questions and answers there, and Aaron's been chiming in and will answer those, and if he doesn't and I know the answer, I will throw them up there for you. With that, I think what I'll do is I will just take the camera off the tripod and I'll just walk you through close-up versions of the pack so you can see what I was talking about if in fact it didn't show up on camera. So give me 1 second here to do that. All right, so this is what we'll look at first at the back of the pack. Same attachment points all the way through. Attachment points for your meat hauler shelf on the Mountain Rambler. This is the bottom of your shoulder straps so you make your adjustments here. A little harder holding the camera in. So you make your adjustments there, whatever slack is there. Turn over and pull it tight on that one. Close it down. Your pocket for your stays are right here. You can see the edge of my composite stay right inside there. Lumbar pad thickness. If you have a duplex, I'll show you the difference of width-wise. See if we give you something for comparability there versus the duplex. Substantially thicker. I can't even figure out where I got my camera pointed, but further there. We'll show you these, the attachment here. Pretty easy adjustability there. Velcro down on the bottom. Then this other flap Velcro down on top. And the padding. And then, we'll actually see if I can show you the thickness of the pads, the two pads, side by side. And I think you can see it even visually. So you have the newer frame and suspension versus the duplex padding. And let me give you a close-up of these. They're kind of like a daisy chain if you're familiar with rock climbing or rappelling. So you have 4 attachment points to adjust your load lifter straps. Everything else is essentially the same. I don't know if we'll see, this one's kind of broke in, but I don't know if you can really get an idea of what kind of curvature is now in that belt. Some of that could have just been wear and tear also, but it is a little bit more pre-curved. And I think that's all I got for you. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a call. Even shoot Aaron a call. He won't mind if I tell people to do that. And I think you'll really enjoy the new frame and suspension. If you're an ounce counter, you're certainly going to get a lighter frame and suspension, and you're going to get every bit of the capability of the load hauling you would have gotten with the duplex. With that, I hope everybody has a great hunting season, because it's just about time to start here in California. And I'm headed to Nevada next week to do some scouting, so I know I'm going to start getting my my hunting face on. All right, with that, everybody have a good day. Take care.